Okie dokie. Hello, hello, hello. We are live here today. Jason, say what's up.
Peace, guys.
And we're talking about Ouropayments. And as you can see, Ouropayments is regarding privacy preserving continuous payment streams, and you can use it for a number of really awesome things. Daily home rental payments, you can use it for continuous subscription payment streams, anything where you want to get those anonymous continuous payments happening, which is really awesome. So if you head over to ouropayments.com, let me make my screen a little bit bigger so you guys can check it out. If you head over to ouropayments.com, you can look at About to learn a little bit more about us. You can look at what current streams there actually exist at the moment, which is pretty cool. And you can also go to our DApp and set up your own stream, which is what we're going to do today. Step one, you essentially create a channel with the person you want to pay. In future, you won't need to do this because of all the channels that will exist. There should be a path between you and someone else without you having to create a direct channel. And then step three, once you've created this channel and you set up your deposit, our backend will do the rest, and it will drip those payments over on a continuous basis to whoever you're wanting to pay. So before we get started, or we'll get started now and create the stream, one or two cool things to note. We've written our backend in Reason, which is really awesome, leveraging the JavaScript and OCaml ecosystems. Got a very strong type system, and it's really great, and it helps make great code. So we won't talk more about that now, but that's what our backend's in. When a user creates this request, this is stored on MongoDB, and then we then pull the data from there, and we use our backend to initiate these payments on a continuous basis. And we're going to show you what this all looks like. So let's first grab a bunch of different things. Let's grab the address. So Jason, if I remember correctly, the address I'm going to grab is this bad boy over here.
Starting 0519.
Yeah, that's perfect. Let's say we're going to stream it for a day. We just have our token for now, Ourodai. So you can see this is our token, which we've been testing and using for it. We're going to make the payment intervals every minute. For now, we're actually only using every minute. And this last bit at the end is the total amount. So we'll just create it with 200 Ourodai at the moment. And then we'll get to creating the stream now, which is may take a few minutes. This is what's happening and actually interacting with the back end, which is going to be a bit of a process that's undergo. So you can see there's a number of different things that's happening.
Don't
have to worry about those right now.
Token, it has to create the channel.
Exactly.
Transactions. So it does take some time, unfortunately.
So while we do that, I'm actually going to head to Etherscan. I'm also going to stop sharing my screen for a second while we do this. So Jason, maybe you can just chat through for a second while I stop sharing my screen. A bit more about our architecture while we wait for this. This often takes 5 minutes to complete this step.
Yeah, so we haven't looked at security yet, but we've designed it so you can add a lot of security later on, which is obviously super important for payments. Basically, everything goes through our backend. So what you could do is you could put the whole your Raiden node in some sort of DMZ, demilitarized zone, where it's very isolated, and then you could have that set up so only our backend can communicate with that Raiden node, because our backend's the one that actions the payment every minute, or obviously you can configure the interval, but every minute made sense for us. So basically the UI sends the message to the backend. The backend has a database that stores all of the configurations. So how often you meant to make the payment, when you meant to make the payment, etc. yeah, then it basically just runs. So reasonably simple. How's it going there, John?
Awesome. Yeah, so I'm going to check back on everything now. Give me a second to see how far we are. I'm going to actually head over to Etherscan. You give me a second to do that. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so this part of creating the channels is actually really the slow part, and in future, it won't be the slow part because there should be lots of channels between different people. So that's really actually the awesome part about all of this. So yeah, pretty stoked that in future we won't have to worry about this step, which is really the long step. Okay, so if you give us a couple seconds, let's head over and check this out. Okay, Jason. There we go. We have our first pending transaction. Let me add myself back to the... Okay, so you can see we're setting up this channel over here. This is going to take a little while. This is our address 351 over here. So you can see we're running this node on address 351. You have to have some Gorilla, and we're going to expect another channel to pop up over here with ODI with our amount of 200 ODI, and from that, automatically our backend is going to start dripping through this money on a minutely basis, which is really cool. So let's just wait for this channel to be open. Oh, there's the first transaction done.
5 minutes, so quite slow, unfortunately.
So yeah, you can see. It's all busy happening at the moment, and basically once things are happening and busy going, we have our scheduler which runs a cron job every minute, and it accesses our MongoDB and says, okay, these are the list of all the payment instructions, and let's make these payments, granted the payment stream hasn't finished, etc., etc. Then we'll show you over here. You can see at the bottom, this is our node running over here, and the different things that are happening. Oh, you can see a lot of stuff is going on over here. And let's just wait and see. Oh, that looks like this is the new channel popped up. Perfect. There we go. That's super cool. So our new channel has popped up in our UI now that we've created. And this is 20519. That's perfect, right? So everything is still in process, but 0519, that's correct. So that's the start of our stream being made. And right at the minute, this deposit is 0. The next transactions are actually... I'm going to take my face away so you guys can see better. The next transaction should be us actually depositing that amount in there, which will be super cool. Let's wait for this to happen. As you can see, there's another transaction that's just happened 42 seconds ago. Now 3 transactions need to take place. So we'll wait on that third one. But yeah, we're getting there, which is exciting, hey, Jason?
Very exciting, except my local server is crashing. So I have no idea why.
Let's try get that back up. Yeah, so right at the moment, you have to, the person who you're sending to, they have to have their Raiden node up and running. So that's Jason at the moment. So we'll need that to come into place. But even if it doesn't, luckily our system is quite fault tolerant. It will just wait, in the next minute we'll try to reinitiate those payments until he comes back online. So we shouldn't have to worry about that all that much. Yep. Our notification panel, awesome. A new channel. That's super cool.
Let me share my screen, not because it's working, but because you can see my error. I don't know what's happening.
Raiden API unavailable. Okay.
Oh
Well,
man,
let's.
I've got two monitors, and that's annoying.
Don't worry about it. Keep going for now. We are good and everything is going well.
I don't think this.
Okay,
I've
there we go.
restarted the server like 10 times, so I don't think it's gonna work.
Okay, well let's just check it out. Hold on here. We 36 seconds ago we got our final transaction done. So we're waiting any second now for essentially this to fill up this channel over here. And once this channel is filled up, which will be cool, then we will be ready to rock and roll. Okay, so here's our API. Things are looking good. Our cron job is running. And let's wait for this guy to. Yeah, so this sometimes takes a little while for this to. Oh, there we go. 200 die. No,
it won't be sending. My node will not start.
Here we go though. Okay, so we have the channel open. We have the deposit up. Let's try the. Okay, show us your screen, Jason. Show us what's going on with you. Do you want to show us what's going on with you?
My Raiden node doesn't start, so there's nothing to show. Okay, I've got two monitors. I'm going to unplug the other monitor because the streaming thing doesn't let me share correctly. So let me stop sharing, start sharing.
Okay, so you can see the result here. If I share my screen, what's happening at the moment is payment couldn't be completed, target not online. So the person who we're dripping the funds to, these 200, is not online. But
I'm sharing my screen. I'll make it nice and big for you.
Cool. But let's just get Jason to get his node back up and running.
It won't come back online. I've restarted it like 10 times. Maybe I should delete my...
yeah, try delete it and get it going again.
Let's see. Yeah, not super hopeful. But anyway, it's giving this error, something about unsupported room version. Okay, let's see. But yeah, as soon as this opens, I'll start receiving my payments.
Cool. Yeah, if this starts running, then we'll see it dripping. Is that working there?
I don't know. It normally does do this. Other browser. Okay, just give it a few more minutes. It hasn't crashed yet, which is promising.
Up. No, not yet.
Yeah, it seems deleting that folder seems to have worked somewhat.
Done the trick. Cool,
okay,
man. Well,
we have to wait till this. We have to wait till this number's 0 because it's still synchronizing.
Okay.
Hopefully, it doesn't crash again when it gets to 0. Okay.
And once it's synced, right, then my payment should be able to go through.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so the cron job's just doing its thing. It's running. It's printing at the moment that it can't make the transfer because none of the existing channels are online or open. So yeah, we wait. And once it's open, yeah, then we're going to start seeing these payments drip through. So yeah, there's a couple hurdles right now that are interesting, but should be overcome in time when payment channels are more ubiquitous, of course.
Okay.
Cool. It's getting there.
Slowly. The number's getting smaller. It used to do this faster. At least I thought it used to do it faster. Oh. Yeah, so maybe a little bit of a walkthrough of the code. We're using MongoDB for the database. We didn't spend enough time. Yeah, let's close this. We didn't spend enough time making the infrastructure super easy to set up, but we did do some initial work. So you can start Mongo in a Docker Compose. You can start these Raiden nodes. Here's the Docker file for that. Basically, all it does is copies the release from GitHub. It untars it. It makes it executable, and then I've got this make file which has some default values for some key things. Your ETH address, the key store path. We've just hard coded this folder, which of course we have to share in our Docker. So there's a volume here for. In here, we copy across the key store file. So that's how the nodes are running. So it's nice and configurable. You can set your Infura key. If you want to go to mainnet, all you have to do is set this variable. Then on the backend side, as John mentioned, we've written it in Reason, which is nice. You've got these decoders that decode JSON data. And then these are the endpoints: create stream. Where is it? Okay, that's just for testing. Okay, and then this is for like the admin pane where you can see the data about all the streams. And then finally, we've got delete stream, so you can actually remove a stream, and that actions the correct operation in MongoDB. And then we've got the scheduler that runs every minute. And of course, we have that as configurable.
Jason, what's happening with your node there? Is it
still not at 0? So
does it normally take this long?
Not normally. I think it was quicker in the past. Okay. Yeah, anyway. I guess I wanted to show them. Here's the request. So this is obviously this shouldn't be hard coded as localhost. This should be configurable, but that's fine. And then this is the token. So we actually only have one option for token in the UI at the moment. So that's why that's hard coded. And then you take the recipient and you make a post request to that request string, and that's basically it.
Yeah. So as you can see at the moment, we are literally just waiting for this bad boy to get back online so we can complete this request. Can you try visit localhosts?
Yeah, it'll still say unavailable until it's synced. I don't know. I think it was literally as you opened the stream that it crashed. Yeah, okay, that's too far back in history. So yeah, I have no idea what went wrong there. A bit worrying. It hasn't updated the number in a while. Okay, the number's getting quite small. I think it's very, very, very close to being done.
Cool. I see, Jason, there's a number of other payments that are actually trying to get processed every minute. Are these coming from the MongoDB?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'll show you what's happening on my side.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And of course, they also offline.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why a lot of them are failing. But you can see our request over here that's been generated through our cron job. Payments from this token to the address 0519, the one we created the payment stream. And right now, none of the existing channels can be used essentially. And you can see that we have a number of other payments trying to be created using our cron job at the moment. And those nodes are also offline, so we don't expect those to complete. But we will expect this payment request to complete, which we're sending every minute at the moment, once Jason's node is back online.
Okay, we've got 55,000 blocks left. I think this will be very soon.
Cool.
I just really hope it doesn't crash when it reaches the end.
That would be unfortunate, that's for sure.
Indeed.
As you can see, we have our stream here ready to rock and roll, and we're looking for these transfers to be dripped across. And this is as soon as this node gets back online, you can see this is us creating the channel over here, these 3 transactions that it takes. And now let's get there, baby. Let's get there.
Yeah, maybe let's talk through some of the use cases we've thought of while it's waiting. So, obviously, a sort of obvious use case is paying people for regular services. So, if they're an employee or if they're
0 blocks remaining to sync. Jason, sorry to interrupt.
Does it?
Remaining blocks to sync equals 0. Oh, that's mine. Sorry, that's my computer. I don't know why I was reading yours.
Sorry.
Sorry to interrupt you there.
It's not far. It's 15,000 left. I think.
Okay.
I think
we're almost there. It's weird because normally confirm this process has taken really quick for us in the past.
So it's just because it crashed on it and I deleted all the data, so it had to resync everything. And yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe there's throttling from Infura or who knows where. Oh, okay, we're done. We're done.
We done? Oof. With being done, Jason dramatically drops off the stream. So let's see if he comes back. And let's see if some of our payments go through. Okay, I think Jason is coming back. There we go. This payment looks like might be happening. Jason, I'm getting you back in here. There we go. Thanks for joining us. So it looks like as you rescheduled it.
So unfortunately, my server crashed again with the
same. Oh no! Okay. So well, let's pause it for here then and take it from here. We'll get that server back up and running. So this can drip across. And yeah, should we cut it at here for the moment and let's get your server going? Cool. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for joining, and we'll get back with the server soon.